Locust. The Locust is one of the most well-known monsters in the Doctor Nowhere universe, and it's not hard to see why. It doesn't just show up in creepy footage. It messes with how reality works. It appears as glitches in screens, static noise, distorted video, and strange lighting. And when it shows up, things start to fall apart, not physically, but mentally. People around it begin to feel disconnected, confused, like reality itself is breaking. Some viewers think it might trigger or feed off mental breakdowns. Others say it's a symbol for disassociation, when your brain starts pulling away from reality. It's not violent, just wrong. It doesn't chase people or scream. It just stands there while everything else starts to come undone. What really makes the Locust creepy is how it quietly removes you from the world. You're still there, but you don't feel like you are. It's like being on a Zoom call that keeps glitching, only you're not sure if it's the call or your brain. This creature is all about subtle horror, no jump scares, no gore, just the feeling that something's broken, and you're the only one who notices. It's what makes the Locust so effective. It attacks your grip on reality, not your body. The Boiled One. The Boiled One doesn't hunt or scream. It doesn't even move much, but its presence is terrifying. Just being near it puts people into a dazed, almost trance-like state. Victims lose energy, stop talking, and eventually sit motionless, staring into nothing. It's like your brain is slowly boiling from the inside, hence the name. Its body looks swollen and discolored like it's been cooked too long, and it shows up in the most ordinary places. Kitchens, hallways, bedrooms. That's what makes it worse. You're not running from it in some creepy forest. You're standing in your kitchen and suddenly can't remember why you walked in. It plays on real fears like memory loss, depression, or that sluggish, heavy feeling when you're totally burnt out. It turns those emotions into a literal monster. Some people believe it's a kind of psychic hazard, a being that messes with your mind just by being in the room. Others think it's a metaphor for emotional numbness, like when life feels too much and your brain just checks out. Honestly, it's like your worst burnout day took human form and decided to hang out in your living room. Philbus. Philbus doesn't rip people apart or shoot lasers, it just messes with space and your memory. You'll think there's a door where there isn't. You'll remember turning left, but the hallway's on the right. It's like your own house is gaslighting you. It plays tricks on your perception, and sometimes even makes people forget basic things like how to get out of a room. It usually appears as long, thin arms reaching out of places they shouldn't, from behind doors, under beds, around corners. And there's usually this weird background noise, soft whispers, giggles, like something's watching and having fun with you. Some fans think it targets kids more often. You'll hear stories of children laughing at something funny when nothing's there, or drawing pictures of arms coming out of the walls. It's creepy in a quiet way. Philbus doesn't want to kill you, it just wants to twist your surroundings until you're not sure what's real, and once that confusion sets in, it becomes part of the background, something you stop noticing. That's when it wins. Imagine a haunted house where the ghost doesn't yell. It just keeps moving the furniture until you forget where the door is. Umbra Hominis. Umbra Hominis is pure shadow. Not like darkroom shadow, we're talking walking void. It doesn't have a face, or even a real form, just a human-sized shape of nothing that moves with purpose. It usually appears after traumatic events or in locations tied to regret or loss. Some people believe it shows up when people are at their lowest, almost like it feeds on guilt. It doesn't chase or make noise, it just stands there. And when you look away, it gets closer. Not fast, but steady, like it's giving you time to remember why it's here. It's one of the most debated creatures in the Doctor Nowhere world. Some fans think it represents unresolved trauma. Others say it's what's left of people who gave up completely. Either way, it's not just a monster. It's a mirror you don't want to look into. One person described it as the feeling you get when you suddenly remember something awful from years ago, but it has legs and follows you home. This thing doesn't just haunt your space, it haunts your memory. Jeppy Jothers. Jeppy Jothers is one of those monsters that sounds silly until you realize it's the most cursed puppet to ever exist. It looks like a children's show character gone wrong, colorful, goofy eyes, frozen grin, except its body moves like it's being controlled by something that doesn't understand how joints work. At first glance, it's almost funny, but then it starts showing up in places it shouldn't, stores security footage, nursery cams, backseat reflections, and when it moves, it glitches like a broken video file. Some people think Jeppy is tied to forgotten media, like a rejected mascot that found a new life through supernatural means. Others say it mimics joy to get close, feeding off attention like a demonic influencer. Its biggest trick? Making people ignore it. You'll watch a whole video with Jeppy standing in the background and not notice until the 5th time around. It's like it erases its own presence until it wants you to see it. It's not here to make you laugh. It's here to remind you that even the weirdest, most childish things can still give you nightmares. The Watchtower. The Watchtower isn't a creature with legs or arms. It's a structure, tall, thin, out of place, always appearing in areas it shouldn't be, like city blocks or backyards. It doesn't move, but people who look at it too long start acting strange, quiet, obsessed, like they're being watched. It doesn't do anything flashy, no loud noises, no sudden jumps, but people near it report dreams about surveillance, about being recorded, about something waiting for them on the other side of the lens. There's no confirmed footage of someone entering a watchtower and coming back. If someone goes in, they stay in, and the entrances don't always appear. Sometimes it's just there to stare at you. A few believe the watchtower is a warning, that it marks places where reality is thinner, where something is trying to break through. Others think it's a lighthouse for creatures on the other side. Whatever it is, it's tall, it's quiet, and it sees everything, including you. Clutch Baby. Clutch Baby sounds like something you'd find on a weird toy label, but it's one of the most disturbing creatures in the lineup. It's described as an infant-sized entity with adult proportions, moving in unnatural, jerky patterns. It clutches objects, furniture, wall, people, and refuses to let go. Once it locks on, you feel a sharp pressure in your head, like something trying to sync with your thoughts. People who come into contact with Clutch Baby often report vivid hallucinations and intrusive thoughts. It doesn't attack you physically, it hijacks your mind. It's like being forced to listen to a broken nursery rhyme on loop, but in your own voice. Some believe it's a parasite that feeds off unresolved childhood fears. Others think it tries to rewrite memories, especially ones tied to safety or home. Either way, it latches onto you, and emotionally, that's way worse than claws. There's even footage of it holding onto a chair in an abandoned school for 3 straight days. Never blinked, never moved, just stared. Imagine the worst group project partner you've ever had. Now give it psychic powers and a permanent seat on your chest. Little Idol. Little Idol is one of the eeriest Dr. Nowhere entities, and not because it's aggressive, but because it's perfect. It appears as a glowing child, smiling, humming, always inviting. It appears in dark spaces where people are most vulnerable. Hospital beds, broken elevators, basements with one light left. It doesn't do anything harmful at first, it just stands there, radiating calm. People near it feel at peace, even euphoric. But then they start forgetting why they were upset in the first place. Then they forget who they are. Eventually, they forget how to leave. Some theories suggest Little Idol isn't evil. It's just stuck in a loop, offering comfort in a world that forgot how to process grief. Others think it feeds off those who give in to apathy, like a trap disguised as emotional relief. The horror isn't in what it does. It's what it makes you want. Peace, stillness, escape. Not because you're done fighting, but because you forget there was anything to fight for. It's the mental equivalent of a warm bath that turns into quicksand. You don't even realize you're sinking until it's too late. Wow, you actually made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your favorite part in the comments. If you didn't, that's fine too. Just don't blame us when your reflection blinks first.